The most successful people on the face of the planet understand what I'm about to tell you next. And once you grasp this concept, everything can change for you in your life. And it's going to be absolutely crazy and exciting. And you're going to feel this sense of inspiration and lift and excitement. You're going to be like, life has never been this amazing. I've never felt so much optimism and passion for what I do. And so this one thing will change everything. But before I get to that one thing, I'll tell you in a second. The first thing I have to do is read you one line from this book, Think and Grow Rich, because this line is something that most people need to understand and grasp as the starting point of the success that they truly desire. So there's lots of different editions of this book, but in the book that I've got, it's page 85. On page 85, here's what it says. Fortunes gravitate to men whose minds have been prepared to attract them just as surely as water gravitates to the ocean. One more time for the people in the back, and one more time for the people that really want to let this success principle from this book, Think and Grow Rich, sink in deeply so that you can use it. And then right after this, I'll tell you the one thing that every successful person understands. Here's the quote one more time. Fortunes gravitate to men whose minds have been prepared to attract them just as surely as water gravitates to the ocean. Now, this one line from this book is incredible wisdom. It's an incredible nugget that really is like a piece of gold in the mine shaft of this book, right? So like you go into the mine shaft, you're looking for gold, you're digging for gold, you're trying to access it. This is one of those pieces of gold. It's an incredible nugget that can truly change everything. And here's the one secret, and then I'm going to explain to you, if you're interested, I'm going to explain to you what I believe that one quote means for any of us who are driven, ambitious, and want to turn big dreams and goals into reality. So here's the one thing that every successful person understands. It's not the number of books that you read that matters. It's the amount of knowledge, wisdom, perspective, insight, and gold that you extract from every book that you read, and then take it and implement it into your life. There's so many people that can say, oh, every year I read 30, 40, 50 books, 100 books, but over their lifetime, they never actually do anything with the information from the book. I don't want that to be you. If you're truly driven and ambitious, you must take the ideas and the insights from the books that you read and actually use them in your own life. Not to just have some information and ideas that are nice to have, but so that you can actually make positive, important, and meaningful changes in your life and tap into your greatest potential and change everything so that you can live your fullest, greatest potential. Now, here's what I believe the line from the book actually means. And I think this is the thing that once you grasp it, you truly can transform your life. I believe it's possible for any of us. Once we know this, fortunes gravitate to men whose minds have been prepared to attract them. What does this mean? This means we have to prepare our minds. Success doesn't just happen, and I know this sounds so simple, and you're probably even thinking, well, I get it, but do you really get it? What this means is that every day you've got to be training your mind to become the best version of yourself so that you can tap into the fullness of who you were created to be. But if you're not preparing your mind, if you're just passively going through life or passively reading dozens of books or listening to podcasts, but you're not like really going to prepare your mind, it's not going to matter as much as it could. The effort that you're putting into reading and learning and growing isn't going to be as useful. Just like an athlete who gets on the practice field, let's say football, for example, a football player that goes on the field with the intention to maximize the practice gets so much more out of it than the person that just shows up to go through the motions. You know this is the difference maker. The question is, are you doing it? Are you actually reading the books, listening to the podcast, paying attention and studying and doing your efforts that you do in life to become the successful version of yourself? Are you doing it with intention, with the intention to prepare your mind to attract the success that you truly desire and deserve? Answer this question for yourself. And if the answer is no, I'm not doing it in this way, then start to make the shift. Start to feed your mind intentionally every day with the intent to prepare your mind to attract all of the success that you desire. And frankly, if you're making the effort and doing the work consistently, that you deserve.